Hello and welcome to day 30. Congratulations, you did it! You have completed spoken a 30-day yoga journey. I would love to hear from you and know how this journey went for you. And if God blessed you through these videos, please leave me a comment in the comment section below. So day 30 is titled Rest. And if you have a couple of yoga blocks, go ahead and grab that for today's practice. If you don't have them, no problem. You can do this practice without them. In Exodus 33:14, it says, "The Lord replied, 'My presence will go with you, and I will give you rest.'" To put this verse into context, God was replying to Moses that he will lead him and the Israelites to the promised land, and they will settle there and find rest. What this verse means to us is that this is one of God's promises. He was always with us in this journey called life, and he will provide us rest, one that only God can provide us. To quote Genesis 2, verse 2 through 3, it says, "On the seventh day, God had finished his work of creation. So he rested from all his work. So God blessed the seventh day and made it holy, because on it God rested from all his work that he had done in creation." Exodus 20, verse 8 says, "Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. 6 days you shall labor and do all your work, but on the seventh day is the Sabbath to the Lord your God." So obviously rest is very important to God, and it should be important to us. Maybe you're in need of a physical rest, or maybe it's more of an emotional, mental rest, or maybe it's a deep, soulful rest that you're in need of. So take a moment here and discover what your body, your mind is in need of, what type of rest you are in need of. Focus on this rest as we go through our restful yoga practice today. So you can put your blocks off to the side for now. And we're going to start in a fire log pose. So go ahead and rest your right leg down parallel to the edge of the mat. And then if you can, place your left leg on top. We're stacking our legs like fire logs. So it's ankle, knee, ankle. And then bring your right hand under your left and gently touch your thumbs together right below your navel. Sit up nice and tall, shoulders are back. Let's take 3 nice, slow, deep breaths. Good, and let's switch sides. So your left foot or your left leg comes down first, and then bring your right leg on top. And let's take the same mudra, right hand under left, thumbs gently touching below your navel. Three long, fluid breaths. Good. From here, we're going to get into Malasana, or a yoga squat. So bring your feet in underneath your body. And you want them about hip distance apart. And your feet are angled the same direction as your knees. And then your elbows come on the inside. Palms come together, pushing your Palms together and your elbows are pushing your knees out. Make sure you're pulling your chest through the center. 3 breaths here. You want to try and get the heels on the mat, but if you're not there yet, that is okay. Good. From here, let's go ahead and have a seat on our yoga mat and outstretch both legs long into seated staff pose, Dandasana. And sit up nice and tall. And let's bring in our yoga blocks for this posture. And if you don't have yoga blocks, that is okay. So I'm going to put one yoga block between my legs, about my knee area, but you might need to adjust according to where you're at. And then I'm going to put the other yoga block on top, but first I'm going to tilt my pelvis forward before I even come into my forward fold. So do that first. Really tilt your pelvis forward. And then when you're ready, adjust your blocks. And I'm going to rest the corner of my top block on my third eye, which is between my 2 eyebrows. And I'm going to stay here for about 3 to 5 breaths. Really try and rest into the pose. Good. Slowly rise up out of the pose. And we're going to take another forward fold, but this time we're going to open up our legs as wide as comfortable is for you. Ooh, hip pop. And then again, I'm going to put, for me, I like putting my block on the edge. Let's scoot over a little bit. On the edge of my yoga mat. Just kind of keeps it a little bit more stable. And again, before we get into the forward fold, tilt your pelvis forward and then relax into the pose. Seeing if you can find some rest in this posture. And again, I'm resting the corner of the block on my third eye. Relax your jaw, relax your shoulders. Good. Slowly release and come up out of the pose. And let's place our blocks out of the way for now. And let's come lying down on our back. We're going to take first release pose. So my feet are about as wide as the mat, and then my knees are resting on each other. Then I'm going to cross my elbows over my chest and stay in first release pose for about 3 breaths. Good. Slowly come out of the pose and bring your feet hip distance apart. Keep your left leg bent and cross over your right ankle. We're going to do a supine figure 4. So my right hand comes in between my legs. You can grab behind your thigh or your shin bone. Both feet are active. And stay here and breathe. Watch that your lower back is not rolling up off the mat. Good, and release. Let's do the other side. So cross over your left ankle over your right thigh. Left arm comes between. Grab behind your thigh or your shin. Feet are active. Stay here and breathe. Relax your muscles. Good, and release. All right, cross over your right leg over your left, so your ankles are near each other. Push through your left foot and bring your hips over to the right. And then lay down both knees to the left and stretch your arms out to a T. This is a cross-legged supine twist. Good. Gently come back to center. And you'll need to move your hips back to center as well. So start with your feet hip distance apart. Cross over your left knee over your right. Push through your right foot. Bring your hips over to the left about 2 inches. And then drop both knees to the right. Arms come out to a T. Stay here and breathe. Good. Come back to center. Uncross your legs. Move your hips back. Good. Keep your feet planted on the mat. Knees bent. Extend your right leg long, heel to the ceiling. Hamstring stretch. You can grab behind your thigh or your calf muscle. Watch your lower back wanting to roll up. Good. Slowly release. Bend that knee. Let's do the other side. Extend the left leg long. Heel to the ceiling. Hamstring stretch. Relax your lower back down. Good, and release. Bring both knees to your chest, cross over your ankles, and gently roll up to sitting. We're going to do a pranayama with a mudra. So if you do have a yoga block, why don't you try sitting on it for this pranayama? And then bring your legs out in front of you. I like to put one ankle in front of the other. Sit up nice and tall. Shoulders are down your back. And we're just going to bring our hands to prayer. And close your eyes. And try this breath sequence where you breathe in for 4 counts, hold. Exhale for 6 counts, hold. So inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, hold. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, hold. Inhale for 4. Exhale for 6. Good, keep going. One minute down, 2 to go. Don't rush your breath, take your time. Last minute. Good. Relax your hands down in your lap. Just breathe normal. And I want you to listen for a ringing in your right ear. Good. Notice your breathing got really shallow during that time. And that's okay. Because we were listening. All right, so let's come down to a Shavasana. You can remove your block. And I have written a meditation. So go ahead and lie down, get comfortable. You can turn off the lights if you wish. You can lay a piece of cloth or a sock over your eyes. You can even use a pillow. So go ahead and lie down on the mat and get comfortable. Follow your breath in and out of your body. And let your body sink into your mat. Consciously relax your bones, your muscles, and your skin. Let your jaw open and loosen, and your eyebrows relax. Picture yourself in the most relaxing atmosphere that you enjoy being in. Visualize yourself there, feeling completely relaxed, safe, and at peace. Take a moment and relish in this feeling of complete harmony and rest. Soon you have an overwhelming feeling of love, and you open your eyes to see Jesus has entered this area with you. Notice how you feel when you see him, and you greet him with a hug. As Jesus sits down next to you, you ask him how to find rest. You silently listen to his response. When Jesus is done speaking, you thank him and he quietly exits your space. It is soon time for this journey to end, but before you go, reflect on what Jesus said to you about rest. You gently start to get up from your resting place and walk towards a door. You open the door and enter into the room that you are lying in now. Bring your awareness back to the room and start to gently wiggle your fingers and toes. Roll to one side, resting on your bottom arm as a pillow. In your own time, make your way sitting up, cross-legged facing me. Keeping your eyes closed, focus on the feelings of peace, love, and contentment. Bring your hands to your heart and bow. Namaste.